So it's 7 o'clock in the morning at Metropolitan, and we're just waiting for the train to head off up the hill. We pass through little stations like Aravankadu with, it's the local name, and then suddenly you come across names like this, Wellington, which of course is a very English name, but Ooty is now called Udagamandalam, which I didn't hear anybody call it by that name. It's still Ooty. But so this is the train, and we're heading off up the hill to about 6,500 feet on the Nilgiri passenger to Ooty. A wonderful journey to make. And in the morning, the sight of the Nilgiri hills rising up got me quite excited. And then watching the little steam engine building up steam ready for the big push up the hill. It's only quite a small engine actually, and it only gets up there by this central rail which a wheel underneath the engine engages and pulls it up the steep climbs. Here's a brakeman, but it looks a bit like me, I'm afraid, so I don't think he'd be very, very efficient at the job. But I sat in that carriage right at the front and got superb views, and we're off up the hill, and the train went over rather rickety looking bridges, but they've been there 100 years, so I felt quite safe, but exciting all the same. And as the train rises up into the hills, we start passing through the tea country, and it's a beautiful place. The little steam engine here is still puffing away and working very hard here, and everybody seemed to be enjoying themselves. We stopped quite a few times, but then passing over the plateau, it opened up, and absolutely superb views of little villages and tea plantations, trees, and absolutely beautiful, stunning scenery. And then again we're still pushing up the hill, and it's getting quite late now. It's taken 5 hours to get up there, 7 o'clock till about midday, and even more tea plantations. Absolutely wonderful. And after 3 nights in trains, I was very glad of a real bed at the Reflections Guest House. Lovely place to stay, very quiet and comfortable. And around Ooty is a good place to chill out, actually, wonderful place to chill out. Walking around this botanical garden was quite a pleasure, really. And many Indians there on day trips, I presume, and lots of school parties, and very, very, very happy sort of place. And here we've got a floral map of India with some college girls posing for their school photograph or something, I suppose. Then later on I was walking up through the woods at the top of the hill, up these little winding staircases, and plenty of space there. And here's Mr. Botanical, the proud owner of the greenhouse, who showed me off his mountain of petunias. And later on one evening, I think I interviewed a couple of school teachers from England, and they told me about their holiday. Okay, so what are you going to tell us about?
Oh, well, we're Naomi and Mike, and we are travelling for 3.5 weeks in India. This is our summer holiday. We spent most of our time down south, thrown into Bombay, went down to Fort Cochin, stayed there for a few days, headed up on a sort of mini tour to the park, and we're heading down to Aleppi for the boat race fairly soon.
Well done. Well, that's it. So after 3 nights in a bed, I was off again. I took the bus down to Calicut, which is on the coast, and I was told that it was a fantastic ride down through some pretty pretty fantastic country. As you can see there, the mountains are rising up above the trees there. But I was a bit worried about the bus because it didn't look so good. But as it was, it seemed quite a safe journey. The driver was pretty good actually, as Indian drivers go, and there was quite a few cars on the road, a lot of Indian tourists around, and if you heard that, that is literally grinding to a halt. So we're off again, and down through the tea country, and a lot of forests and even jungles further down. So it was a pretty spectacular bus ride actually. And so that's it really, that's the end of that little part. And next week I'll be in Calicut and the backwaters.